is, let's say you get into a grappling situation and you're just being overpowered, right? You cannot get your gun online. Well, one of the options, okay, is to take your hand, okay, and get it around your gun, like this, right? Now, you gotta be aware of how big your gun is. If you got like a Glock 17, you got a lot more barrel, you might be able to hold it a little further down. This is a small gun, so I pretty much have to grab it all the way over here, okay? And what I can do is I can use my elbow now, because now I have a lot more leverage. I can pull this gun, you know, rather than trying to one-hand the gun in the direction that I need it to, I can use two hands, pull the gun in the direction that I need to, right? And I should be able to get one shot off. As long as I don't push this gun out of battery, I can get one shot off. It's not going to hurt my hand, as long as I'm gripping it far enough back from the barrel. Okay, so we're going to do that now. In fact, let me just show you guys one time over here, right? Just gripping this gun over here. I'm going to fire a shot into the ground. You got to hold it tight. Hold it tight. Do this carefully. Don't rush it. You know, this is one of those instances where you want to look at it. Make sure your hand's out of the way. Right, so I'm going to fire one shot. Okay, so I fired one shot. I knocked the gun out of battery, as you can see. So from here, I'm going to tap, rack, and then I would fire another shot. Okay. So this is something that you want to practice in front of a target like this. You know, as you can see, it really doesn't hurt your hand. There's a couple of marks there. That's just basically some powder burn coming out of the slide, but it's not like it's really hurting me that much. Main thing is your hand cannot be near the muzzle. So that's why you cannot rush this. You know, you gotta go slow with it. You gotta like visually look at it. This is like one of those few times where it really pays to go super slow, because there's no situation where you want to have an accident with this. Okay, so again, I'm here. All right, I'm being hit. I get my gun out. I'm being overpowered. I'm gonna get my hand on the gun. I'm gonna hold it tight. Right. So from here, I'm gonna make sure I am clear. Make sure that barrel is clear. Right. Right. And then from there, shot, tap, rack. Okay, so this is something that you want to do a couple of times to get used to this. Okay, but like I can't say this enough. You got to visually check your hand and the end of your barrel to make sure you've got at least a full inch. You know, that your hand is at least a full inch back from your barrel. Okay? So again, I'm here. I'm being hit. Somebody's going for my gun. Okay, I'm having a hard time. I'm trying to get my barrel online. I'm using my elbows, right? I use my elbow around. I'm going to look at my barrel. Look at my barrel. Shot, tap, rack, fire the other shot. Okay? So that's the drill combination. And like I said, does not really hurt your hand. You're going to get little marks, but that's it's not even a powder burn. That's just like powder residue that's going to come out on your hand. Don't do this with gloves. Okay, this you gotta do barehanded, because you really gotta know exactly where your hands are. You don't want to take any chances. This is one of those things that I think that you definitely want to do very carefully. Do it with a friend, right? If you're doing this with a friend, the way you do it is you use your friend as a spotter. So, same situation. Okay, my friend is back here, right? So I would have him like over here somewhere, or behind me. Okay. Bring the gun out, grab it, look at it. You go to your friend. Are my hands clear? Does this look clear? He says yes. Okay. Then shot, come back, fire. Now, obviously, wherever your friend is standing, make sure you don't back up past him. Okay. And that's something that your friend also has to be aware of. Like if he sees you backing up, he's got to make sure that you don't back up past him. This is not something that I feel comfortable with, okay, to be honest, okay, even though I do guns every day, you know, holding the gun the way I was just holding it, right, like this, okay, and firing around like this, all right, is not something that you should feel comfortable with, okay. This is not something I want to get comfortable with. This is something that, like, I want to feel really uncomfortable with. Look at it, make sure it's clear, and then fire that shot, okay. And in a life and death struggle, it might be the thing that saves your life, because it might give you that leverage to pull that barrel into line and get it where you need to be. You only get one shot because the gun's going to jam up after. So then you got to do the tap, rack. Nothing that I would, this is not something I would try to do like in a grappling match, right? I definitely would much rather prefer to do this or that. But sometimes you're just being overpowered. And I feel that I want to have another option, a two-handed option, an option where I can bring that gun, get it online. And this is a situation where somebody's trying to kill you. And if you don't do something, you're gonna die. So I think that this is an additional tool that I want to have in my toolbox. But like I said, practice this very carefully. Be afraid. Go into it being afraid. Visually, you gotta grip the gun tight. Visually look at it. Make sure your hand's clear. Make sure you know exactly. Your bullet has a clear line to go out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's something that a lot of you guys may not even be able to practice this. I don't know too many places that are even going to let you practice this, but perhaps this is something that you can dry fire practice, even in your own house. Practice holding the gun, squeezing it. Dropping the firing pin. With an empty gun, then the tap rack, because that's an important follow-up. After you get that one shot off, you've got a gun that doesn't work, right? You just jammed your gun up. You got to do tap rack, get the gun back, back into operation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're not a member, subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.